Hello, my name is Michael, and I would like to tell you two stories from the Stories of America blog post created by V. Canio. These two stories recount the origins of two food sources for the indigenous people of the Americas, the agave and the potato. I love these two stories because they both celebrate the plants and inform their listeners about the plant's importance to the indigenous people who benefited from their use. The first of these two stories is called The Legend of the Agave, and it goes as follows. Majel was a beautiful young girl who was held captive by her terrible grandmother in the second universe, Tzitzimidle. Tzitzimidle was a horrible goddess who wore a crown of human hearts and a necklace of human hearts, and was rightly feared by the Aztec people, because they believed that during the solar eclipse, she had the power to travel between the universes and come to Earth and consume all of humanity. One day, Ecatl, the serpent god of the air, was exploring the second universe and discovered Majel. He instantly fell in love with her. He carried her up to the sky in a soft breeze to explore all corners of the heavens with him. Majel fell in love with Ecatl's gentle ways and her newfound freedom. However, Tzitzimidle had many demon spies that told her of Ecatl, and the horrible goddess decided to hide Majel from Ecatl. But Ecatl heard Tzitzimidle's plans and enveloped Majel in a soft breeze and carried her to Earth. In the lover's embrace, Majel and Ecatl became one and merged into the maguey plant, what the Mexica or the Aztec people called agave. On one side of their leaves was their masculine aspect, and on the other side of their leaves was their feminine aspect. But even in this new form, in the barren desert, the lovers could not hide from Tzitzimidle's demons, and they attacked the maguey with hatchets. They chopped up their leaves and made pulp of them and ate them. But Ecatl transformed from the broken pieces of plant into a snake aspect and gathered all the pieces of Majel and planted her into the ground. He then went up to the heavens and asked the god Tlaloc, the god of rain, to protect and nourish Majel. Majel grew into a strong and beautiful maguey. The juices from the maguey plant are meant to represent the two lovers, and it is called actli or pulque. It is still drunk today in its fermented version. In its distilled version, it's called tequila, and drinking tequila often warms the heart of its drinkers, similar to the feeling of being in love. The end. The second story I would like to share with you today is an adaptation of an Andean myth that illustrates how the discovery of food sources like potatoes and corn was shared throughout the Americas, and was often accompanied by stories that told the new cultivators of these food crops how to eat these new plants. It is called The Legend of the Potatoes, and it goes as follows. Long ago, in the Andean mountains, there lived the Zapala people. The Creator was very generous to them. Their land was bountiful, and everyone had plenty to eat. The people had nothing to worry about, and they were able to devote much time to music, art, and poetry. To the north of the Zapala people were the Kari people. The Creator was not as generous with them. They lived on the base of a mountain in which the Creator had imprisoned the mischievous Lord Kuno. And one day, Lord Kuno managed to escape, and he shook the mountain and spewed yellow smoke and lakes of fire that enveloped the Kari people's home. And the Kari people were forced to abandon their homes. The Kari people knew about the Zapala people, and they traveled to the south to scout the Zapala land. The Zapala people had no guards and no walls around their city and no weapons. The Kari people easily overpowered the Zapala people and enslaved them. They gave them little food and did not allow them to do anything to nourish their soul. The Zapala people felt abandoned by their Creator. All despaired, except for Lord Choque, the son of the last Zapala king. He refused to stop making offerings to their Creator. He claimed that he was not an enslaved man, as long as his spirit was free. Seeing this, the Creator visited Lord Choque in his dreams. The Creator sent a condor to guide Lord Choque through the dream world and show him the mound of seeds in the valley adjacent to the Zapala land. The condor urged Lord Choque to plant and cultivate the seeds. The Zapala did as Lord Choque instructed, and the people planted and cared for the seeds, and soon beautiful vines with white flowers were produced from the seeds, and they also produced red fruit. The Kari saw this and took the fruit and leaves and feasted upon them with this new plant that the Sapala had grown, and they feasted on it with the corn the Sapala people had also grown. But soon, the Kari people were feeling sick with agonizing stomach pains. Lord Choke saw his chance and marshaled his people to attack the Kari. They attacked the Kari with sticks and stones because they had no other weapons. But the Sapala people were able to drive the Kari out of their village with just these meager weapons. After their victory, the condor appeared to Lord Choke again in his dreams and told him to go and harvest the new plants that made the Kari sick. Lord Choke questioned his actions, but he did as he was told. The Sapala dug up the new plant and discovered a tuber at the end of its roots. When the tubers were cleaned off, they were red on the outside and creamy yellow on the inside, and they were delicious. The Sapala people call this new vegetable paba, or what we call potatoes. The potato is part of the nightshade family, and all parts of the plant, except for the tuber, are poisonous to humans, something the Kari people did not know. The end. Thank you for listening to me share these two stories from the indigenous peoples of the Americas. I appreciate your time.